Nicole Teo.
And I'm Granville D'Souza.
We're here today to share with you a little bit more about our 5-day EQ Facilitator certification program.
This is a full 5 days, and in the first 2 days, we'll go through a full-blown workshop. And that means as a trainer, or at least a future trainer, you'll know exactly what to do from day 1 right till day 2. In addition, of course, we'll practice many different kinds of forms of presentations. So you'll also go through having to practice doing a keynote, doing a 1-day workshop, doing a half-day workshop, even doing a 2-day workshop. Now, because of the amount of contents we have, you can also possibly do a 3-day workshop. Now, in addition to the different kinds of formats of workshop, we'll also be learning about the EQ Competency Framework. Now, with the EQ Competency Framework, there are 9 different competencies, so there's actually a lot to go through during the 2 days. And we'll be sequentially going through the first competency right to the 9th competency.
Yeah, and if there's anything that we can't cover in the 2 days, well, we have a 5-day workshop.
That's right.
Right? Over those 5 days, you'll also be learning how to debrief the EQ Competency Profile. This is an online assessment tool that we have created where you will get the report and you'll be able to learn how to identify a healthy or an unhealthy looking EQ report. You'll also be able to look at the different behaviors or the different competencies at the different skill levels and be able to debrief or to explain to your participants a little bit more about that profiling tool.
Yes.
Right? There'll also be opportunities for presentations, as you mentioned earlier, but what you'll be doing is you'll get the opportunity to create either a 2-hour workshop, a 3-hour workshop, maybe even a 1-day or a 2-day outline, and then do a presentation where after your presentation, Granville and I will be giving you some feedback as to how to maybe improve on the different outlines that you've created, as well as to give you a little bit more practice sessions with different types of activities or different types of tools that we would use that we might not have covered over the 2-day workshop.
Yes. Now, we're giving away quite a few different things as well. The first thing we're giving away is my book.
Yes.
And that is EQ for Success in High Performance.
Yeah, cool.
Now, you like it, right? I'm sure you did. Now, besides that, over the last 20 years, we have been conducting workshops on EQ. And one of the books we wrote together is 50 Games EQ Trainers Play. Now, because it's just 2 days, especially the first 2 days, we can't cover all the games. But by the 3rd or 4th day, we'll be adding all these different kinds of activities which you could potentially add on if supposing you're doing other modules which could be similar, or you could always insert additional games into some of the modules in case you don't talk as much as us.
On top of that, we'll also be giving you a facilitator's guide. This will be a step-by-step breakdown for all the different activities that you'd be running, right? It will give you objectives, the different learning points, the different types of activities, the timing that it takes, right? So for all the different 9 competencies, there will be a lot of details and information so that you don't have to worry if you didn't catch a lot of the information over the 2-day or 3-day workshop.
That's right.
Right? So this facilitator's guide will be given to you in hard copy. You'll also get an EQ Competency Profile Technical Manual where it will help you go online so that you can administer the tool or the test to any of your participants.
Yes.
At the same time, in this technical manual, it'll give you a little bit more explanations about all the different competencies, the high behaviors, the low behaviors, and a little bit of explanation about the validation of our tool.
Right. And what about the EQ Activity Deck? So the EQ Activity Deck has got 5 different activities, and what we find sometimes, especially in certain countries around Asia, participants may not speak as much, or sometimes they take a long time to warm up. So we've got 5 different activities which we'll give away to each participant so that you'll be equipped to use this whole deck during the 2 days.
Yeah.
Right. So in fact,
So the activity tools, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to help facilitate different topics, the different competencies, just to make it a little bit easier as facilitators.
Yeah, we won't explain about this deck now because I think we already created a video on this deck. So, and you need to experience it rather than hear about it.
Yeah. And we have 2 other card sets. We have the decision deck as well as the EQ advice cards. These are based on our EQ competency framework to help people or for yourselves as trainers so that you will have a lot more information to facilitate those training programs.
Yeah. One very important feature about really joining us in EQ Asia is we have a masterclass. I'm just going to say probably just 30 seconds about this. We never leave you at the end and say goodbye after 5 days. Every year we bring you back either once or twice. and we make sure that everyone comes back just delivering a short little piece. And over 2 days, you get back at least about 10 to 15 pieces for free. So you'll always be with us for the rest of your life, hopefully.
If you choose to.
Yes.
Right, so we have a lovely EQ community that's still growing. We have a lot of alumni who've been with us for the number of years since we first started running these certification programs.
Right.
So if you want to find out a little bit more information, you can go to our website at www.eqasia.com, and we hope to see you at our next certification program.
All right. So hopefully we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.